Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, just doing a little bit of a late night video because we have a little bit of kind of cool news to go and talk about. A little bit more on the Best Buy PlayStation 5 restock side, which we'll probably go and cover up tomorrow morning. And as well, we also have a little bit more other fun stuff too in cards, of just like basically Sony and video games kind of taking over the world. And as well, one of the world's worst PlayStation 5 games is now basically hiding in the corner and reconsidering everything about life. So I just want to do a little bit of a late night, laid back video, so if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, the Twitter and Twitch stream down below, and the Webull and Coinbase and all that good stuff down as well. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Let's go dive into the business and the news and all that good stuff. So, to kind of very first of all start off with the video. As you guys have probably been watching throughout our day-to-day videos, we even made a few videos on it. We actually had a really kind of big influx of loads of different folks out there getting some Best Buy stock. Now, we're going to keep on watching this pretty closely, I'd say, throughout these next few days, but it does kind of seem like the very large brunt of stock is showing up in stores. So we've been seeing a lot of people, like as of today, throughout the entirety of the day, like enough that I'd want to make a little comfy video with it, but we saw loads. And I mean loads. We saw a lot of tweets. We saw even like Reddit posts. We saw, I think, even like a random post itself, like end up on r/gaming with it was just like people being like, oh my god, I went to Best Buy and I finally got it. Like it's kind of seemed a little bit more on the widespread side. So all throughout the day, we've seen a lot more people just either doing the app glitch or literally just going and showing up at the Best Buy stores themselves and asking around if there's any additional stock. So I just letting you guys know, like we've kind of been watching this a lot. I'll probably talk about almost like the exact same thing in all honesty tomorrow morning, but just in case you guys are more of the late night owls or whatever, we have been seeing a very large influx of stock coming on in. And that would make a lot of sense too, because as of right now, it's the Monday, and while I kind of even said that in the earlier video today, where it kind of seemed like Monday is usually when a lot more stock kind of shows on up, we're seeing more stock movement, we're seeing like employees confirming stock, we're just basically seeing stuff pretty much everywhere. So at the end of the day, it's looking and feeling pretty good. So it does seem like Best Buy stores all throughout the nation are getting more stock. Now, what we've kind of also still been seeing, and we kind of covered this before, is it does seem like it's a lot more still focused on the event store side. So what we mean by that is that it just kind of seems like a lot more of these stores that are just on the higher like population, higher octane, areas and locations, those are the locations we're watching and seeing that seem like they're getting the stock. Now, we have still been kind of seeing them kind of sprinkled on in throughout, like, say, like you're in Chicago with the 50-mile radius, but it does kind of seem like it's more of the event store list. If you guys want me to, I can maybe try to ground up maybe an older video of mine, because I kind of don't have them offhand. It's not like a public list or anything like that, but they have been public before. But they usually kind of update the website or change the website. So if you guys want me to, maybe I'll check that on out to kind of give you guys more of a fine-tuned location on where to look, mainly because should be at least like a few stores in every state that we're watching for and looking for. So just keep that in mind. We are watching the stock. We are seeing the stock. It was a very good day for it, and it will probably be continuing all throughout this week, maybe even into the weekend. As always, it's regional. It depends on that location, depends on the stock, depends on the area, depends on the employees, depends if the store is sold out by stock or not, but like I said, we saw a very large influx, and if you guys did get a console throughout today, congrats, and if you guys didn't, keep on checking throughout these next few days. As always, use the Best Buy app glitch, where you download the Best Buy app, you type in the SKU unit of, say, the PlayStation 5 or Xbox, or as well, we always have the Xbox themselves linked down below, and as we have, you go check on that. If it shows unavailable or out of stock, you guys want to go to that store. We'll probably give you guys a kind of like, probably very similarly worded, I guess, start of our video tomorrow morning as well, because it does like seem like this is like then like the up and up and up and up, like we've been saying, with employees confirming it, people checking stock. And we also mentioned too, the stock numbers are looking pretty big. Like they're looking like 30 plus in the stores that are receiving stock. So it is being more widespread, and we are seeing a lot more, and life is going pretty good. So now we're going to talk about a few other little very side topics before we dive into other stuff, where I want to go talk a little bit about the Uncharted movie. Now, as you guys know, this movie did come out a little while ago, but Uncharted has actually been doing way better than expected, especially more in the international markets too as well, which once again, very surprising. So Uncharted actually became the very fourth video game movie to ever reach $400 million worldwide. We've also been seeing really good news too as well with the Sonic movies too on top of that. So just letting you guys all know, we've been seeing some pretty good stuff. Like apparently people like video games. Apparently people like watching video game movies, and funny enough, still internationally is doing well. So for the weekend's box office, basically, although the movie's been out for a little while, has actually hit $400 million worldwide, according to Deadline, and then regionally, that breaks down to $147 million for domestic take and $253 million internationally. Now, I understand international, like a lot of international movies usually make a lot of money, regardless. It's just a lot of people. But I'm more surprised because this kind of seems like more of a niche, almost American-based game. Like Uncharted, I always feel like was very American. But at the end of the day, it was doing really well. So after a lot of the delays and finally coming out in February, and once again, it's only in a few months, Sony Pictures Motion Picture Group Chairman and CEO Tom Rothman quickly declared on the company's wide email, Uncharted is a new hit movie franchise for the company. This marks a great victory for every single division of the company, as the film was our first major production entirely shut down by the advent of COVID. Yet we preserved and completed a picture the audience loves and marketed and distributed with its strategic verve worldwide. And this also kind of ties into as well with a lot of Sony Pictures, where, as you guys know, they're trying their best to expand to other media. This kind of ties into, say, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us show. I think other things like, just, I don't know, just a lot of various things. I think Uncharted's probably the best one. Spider-Man, obviously, too, as well. So it's kind of cool to go and see that everyone's kind of enjoying these IPs. So a lot of people as well also are maybe pushing maybe for a sequel. So if you guys want to leave a comment down below, let me know if you guys ever had a chance to even check out the Uncharted movie in the first place. So all around looks pretty cool, too, as well. Is it a lot of the greatest car chase ever filmed in any film or anything like that? That car chase is unparalleled, too. So, like, they're still talking up the movie and feeling great about it. As well as I mentioned, too, Sony does kind of seem like they keep on pushing into newer and newer vibes, where they have, like, say, the PlayStation productions. So basically have a lot of game, film, and TV, which I think is smart, because they already kind of have the story. They have the lore, they have a lot of the worlds, they have the environments, and a lot of Sony games usually have people. Now, Ratchet & Clank might be harder unless you make it animated, but a movie like, say, Ghost of Tsushima seems possible. Uncharted, like I said, seems pretty possible. Like, it all makes sense, too, as well. And on top of that, too, I don't know. Like, I think there's a lot of good potential with a lot of these movies overall. So I love seeing that movies are doing so good. I love seeing that we might have a chance for a secondary one. And like I said, give me your thoughts and comments down below. And last but not least, besides the good old Eiffel Blue Babadi-Badadai, we have the PlayStation 5's worst game. It was just funny enough, we've kind of covered this up on our channel a little bit, which was the fall of Babylon's Fall, which apparently now they're even delaying out the third season of the game, and I will still be surprised if literally anyone even plays this game when it comes on out. So basically, as of right now, as you guys may have seen on one of my channels before, Babylon Fall, I think, had a point where it had like 7 players. Like, and it's meant to be like a multi, like imagine playing like Destiny 2, and there's only 7 people total play. Like, that's pretty much the comparison. So basically, they did have a live service loot and shooter. It just didn't go too well. And yeah, so basically they're even kind of giving up on the next season. They're trying their best to go make it prolonged as long as they possibly can. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's just not going too good. So after promising players everything was fine a couple months ago, Platinum Games is now planning to even just fully reevaluate its future content plans. And like I feel like they barely made any money in this game. I mean, they probably lost a lot, like especially with marketing, paying for production. Like if you have a game that has like 5 people playing it, like, and unironic too, it's not like we're saying it's like, oh, it has like 5,000 people, but it's just low. No, it ironically has 5 people playing it. Like, it's that bad. Babylon's Fall, which has players grind through the linear levels of the basically towers for orbs and rare gear and stuff, we're actually going to have a nice update. And apparently, well, now it's actually absolutely just going to be delayed as long as they possibly can when it comes to that. So at least they have addressed it, because this has been kind of a big issue, I'd say. Based on the feedback we have received from our players, we feel that we need a period to reevaluate the game's future operating roadmap, and accordingly have decided to extend Season 2 by 3 months, which I don't think is smart. If the game, like, if no one's already playing the game as is, it's probably better, I think, to maybe, if you want to keep playing the game, like, if you want to keep, involved in the game or whatever, at that point, you probably should just go and take the L and actually try to rework some stuff and actually kind of have some cool content. Like, I'm actually kind of curious. This actually only has like 10,000 followers. I actually thought it'd be a little bit more. But like, I think that's smart. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'm going to touch it. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video aren't going to touch it. And I just think in general, like, I think sometimes when a game flops so bad and so horrible, you sometimes just can't save it. Sometimes you just gotta go and let it go in the first place. So, but we've also been kind of seeing some rumors, we may cover this in a separate video, is that a lot of the Final Fantasies just might be more so taken out of Square Enix's thought and process. And although this isn't technically made by Square Enix in-house, that would maybe make sense, so they just don't even want to deal. Like, they just want to make sure they put their all hands on deck, try to get everything all working, try to make sure all the Final Fantasy, which are the big money makers, are working good, so not having to worry about anything like on Babylon's Fall. But man, at the end of the day, like, everyone just has no faith. Like, even this quote over here, I can't see the future, but I have a hard time seeing where Babylon Falls goes from here. And I'm in the same, like, if it's already done so, sometimes you have to take the L and move on. But you guys can give me your thoughts and comments down below. As well, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for that brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch stream down below, the Weeble and Coinbase down below, the giveaways down below, Xbox links down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all later on.